The ranking member of Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee, Samuel Okujoto-Ablikwa, has blamed international communities, including the Economic Community of West Africa States, African Union, and United Nations, for the military takeover in Guinea. Mr. Ablikwa explained that these communities failed to raise alarm when about 13 countries, including Guinea, amended their constitutions to extend the term limits for the presidents. According to him, the ECOWAS and AU, comprising of West African countries, were silent when President Alpha Conde, through the amendment of the constitution, tried to make himself president at the age of 83. His comments come as a response to a takeover by the military in Guinea. Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, who led the coup on Sunday, September 5th, announced the country's constitution has been dissolved. Following the change in administration, President Alpha Conde, sources say, is being detained. Ghana has recorded 16 new deaths of the coronavirus disease COVID-19 within 48 hours, increasing the death toll to 1,052 as of Monday, August 30th, 2021. The death toll stood at 1,036 as of Saturday, August 28th, 2021. An update from the Ghana Health Service disclosed that the country has recorded 449 new cases of the disease COVID-19, bringing the total number of cases to 6,940. The country's total cumulative case count stands at 120,452, representing 7.4% of the test positivity rate. The number of persons who have recovered and discharged is 112,460. According to the update, 147 persons who were admitted from the illness were in severe conditions, with 60 others in critical conditions. The Greater Accra still leads in the highest number of infections, followed by the Ashanti region, then Western region and Eastern region. Retired diplomat D.K. Osei believes Ghanaians should be concerned about the latest instance of political instability in West Africa following Guinea Coup. Political crisis and threats of extremist elements in most West African countries have led him to conclude that the indicators of instability in the sub-region, quote, are very highly pronounced. Aside from the Guinea coup, there have been 2 coups in Mali and 1 attempt in Niger. Quote, for anybody in the sub-region to think that this sub-region is very stable, we are in serious disillusionment, Mr. Osei said. Moving forward, he urged ECOWAS and the African Union to focus on measures that prevent instability. Quote, we know where the fault lines are, and we know what can be done to prevent instability from occurring in a number of these countries. This is the time for the leaders of the sub-region and this continent to take initiatives of a preventative nature to improve the political situation in the sub-region, he said. Ghana Cocoa Board has begun processes to sign a $1.5 billion syndication loan for next cocoa crop season 2021-2022 for the purchase of cocoa beans. The loan is expected to be secured by next month. Chief Executive of Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahin Edu, hinted that discussions have already begun with banks to get the process on course by the end of the current crop season. He therefore promised that the 2021-2022 season promises to be brighter, hence the decision to begin earlier. According to him, the last indication loan of $1.3 billion was not adequate due to the load of work on the production process. The cocopod CEO also used the opportunity to show appreciation to Olam for its support in ensuring that his outfit exceeded its 1 million tons production target. He applauded Olam for advancing payment to farmers ahead of the government funding. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo will lead a brand new effort aimed at easing investor onboarding in the country, as well as reinvigorating local investments in critical sectors of the economy. The Minister of Information, Mr. Kojo Pong Nkrumah, who made this known at the minister's press briefing, said the aim of the summit was to revive interest in investing and at the same time help restore economic growth as the country emerged from the economic downturn brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The exercise, which is a collaboration between the Ghana Investment Promotion Center and the Minister of Information, Finance and Trade Industry, aims at accounting for the registered foreign direct investments annually and tracking the efforts to onboarding them fully into the economy. The Department of Mechanical Engineering, College of Engineering of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, has manufactured a solar-powered cocopod breaker and a separation machine to help address cocoa beans damage, one of the main challenges with the cocopod breaking process. However, the absence of machines for breaking or splitting the beans in the Ghanaian market has ensured the process is carried out manually. Quote, this machine will avert fatigue, risk of injury and damage to the beans, low productivity through the use of machets, the provost of the College of Engineering, Professor Mark Adum Asamoah, said. The provost explained that the machine is made up of 2 conveyors with loaders and 2 blades, one at the top and the other at the base, and that the load is run by a prime mover. New political alliance announced in the Gambia between the party of ex-President Yahya Jammeh and the government party has thrown into doubt whether some of the former ruler's victims will get justice. The long-serving leader was defeated by Adama Barrow in the last election and after a month-long standoff fled the country in January 2017. Testimonies about what happened during his 22nd rule, heard at the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission, has revealed stories of extreme violence, torture, arbitrary arrest, and murder. Details of what exactly is in the agreement between Mr. Jammeh's Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction and the President's National People's Party have not been made public. But the AFP news agency is quoting APRC Secretary General Fabakary Tombong Jatta that the objective, quote, is for former President Jammeh to return to this country peacefully and in dignity. The alliance comes 3 months ahead of the next presidential election. South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa has welcomed the decision to release former President Jacob Zuma on medical parole. President Ramaphosa wished Zuma a quick recovery during his concluding remarks at a National Executive Committee meeting of the governing African National Congress. Quote, we welcome this. We've heard that he's not well and we'd like to wish him quick recovery as he's restored back to his home to be with his loved ones, he said. On Sunday, the Department of Correctional Services announced that the former president would serve the remainder of his 15-month prison sentence at home. The nature of his illness was not specified, but a statement said he would complete the rest of his sentence in the community under special conditions. His foundation described the development as an act of humility. Zuma handed himself into police in July after being sentenced for failing to attend an inquiry into corruption during his presidency. His jailing sparked violent protest and looting. The Taliban have fired shots to disperse the crowd at a large protest in Afghanistan capital, Kabul. Video footage from the scene shows people running to safety, while heavy gunfire can be heard in the background. Thousands of protesters took to the streets on Tuesday to demand women's rights and denounce Taliban rule. Protesters also chanted anti-Pakistan slogans, as many believe neighboring Pakistan supports the Taliban, which the country denies. The demonstrations come one day after the leader of the resistance force, Ahmed Massoud, called for a, quote, national uprising against the Taliban. A video sent to the BBC shows Taliban fighters firing their guns into the air. A move the group banned last week after several people were reported killed after celebratory aerial fire. Some journalists were prevented from filming at the rally, and Afghan's Tolo news agency reported that its cameraman was arrested along with some other local and foreign media workers. Bafana of South Africa climbed to the top of Group G table after beating Ghana's Black Star 1-0 in their World Cup qualifier at Johannesburg on Monday. Bongo Kule Holongwan's goal on the 84th minute secured the maximum points for Bafana, who were seeking revenge over the Black Stars for their 0-2 defeat in their Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Cape Coast Stadium earlier this year. It was a scrappy goal as the Black Stars defense lost concentration to allow Holongwan to connect to the net after he was spotted from the flanks. Coach Charles Akona had to play with the makeshift team after 6 of his key players were ineligible to travel to South Africa due to restrictions by the English Football Association on players who play in England. Nevertheless, the Black Stars played a determined game in the first half, but were unable to create any decent chances, while the South Africans showed too much respect for the Stars. A match between the national teams of Morocco and Guinea to qualify for the 2022 World Cup, scheduled in the Guinean capital, Conakry, on Monday, has been postponed due to political unrest, the World Football Body FIFA has said. quote, "The current political and security situation in Guinea is quite volatile and is being closely monitored by FIFA and CAF." FIFA said in a statement, the match was postponed, quote, "to ensure the safety and security of players and to protect all match officials." CAF also confirmed a statement that Monday's qualifier is off. When the match will take place is unclear. Rescheduling information will be made available at a later date. American actor Michael K. Williams, best known for starring in HBO drama series The Wire, has been found dead in his New York apartment. He was 54. U.S. media quote law enforcement sources as saying he died from a suspected drug overdose. This has not been officially confirmed. Williams, who was nominated for 3 Emmy Awards, had openly discussed his struggle with drugs over the years. In The Wire, he played Omar Little, a gay streetwise robber of drug gangs. He was also known for playing Albert Chalky White, a powerful gangster in the Prohibition period TV series Broadwalk Empire. New York Police Department spokesman John Grimple said police went to Williams' Brooklyn apartment after receiving an emergency call at 1400 local time on Monday, 1800 GMT. Fellow actors and filmmakers have been paying tribute on social media. Ghanaian artist Fuse ODG has once again lifted the flag of Ghana in a grand style. Worldwide known online music platform Spotify released the top 10 artists in Africa with the most streams. Making it to the list with significant numbers, Fuse ODG became the only Ghanaian artist on the list in Africa with over 1 billion streams. The off-the-ground frontman, Bwame Hitmaker, had a 1.32 billion streams and the only Ghanaian artist to make it to the world list.